Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGenEd. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts and going over data. And so this is one that I had wanted to go over, kind of had it on my list. This is on the daily time frame. I don't have any drawings up here. But yeah, wanted to go over this. This is AISP, which is Airship AI Holdings. So let's just actually read a little bit about the profile. Might go over to their website. So let's just read about the profile here. And so, Airship AI Holdings is a technology company, and the company offers artificial intelligence, AI driven video, sensor, and data management surveillance platform that improves public safety and operational efficiency for public sector and commercial customers by providing predictive analysis of events before they occur, kind of like Minority Report, so a little eerie there. It specializes in ingesting all available metadata from edge based sensors used by government and law enforcement agencies around the world, including surveillance cameras, video, audio, telemetry, acoustic, and seismic data, as well as autonomous devices, along with large commercial corporations with fundamentally similar capabilities and requirements. Its product suite includes Outpost AI, edge hardware, and software offerings, Acropolis Enterprise Management Software Stack, and Command family of visualization tools. Its offerings allow customers to manage their data across the full data lifecycle when and where they need it using a secure permissioned based architecture. And so I think this was pointed out to me by the Bronx Viking, posting on X about some stocks that were running. And so, as you can see, this has gone up quite a bit recently. And I had kind of been wondering if there'd be a retest and maybe a downtrend here. Yesterday, I was looking at some options data to see if that suggested a bottom was in. Don't see that quite yet, but I did want to do some drawings to kind of, have something to pair with options data and just to have a better understanding of the company. And so, what I believe the Bronx Viking, it might have been somebody else, was talking about with this is, with what's going on with the border security in the U.S., this could be a really good play. Not only would it make that more efficient, in having AI interpret and survey the border, but also that would make it more efficient, more cost effective to be doing that rather than having just an antiquated wall there that people can either cut through, climb over, dig under. Excuse me, we could actually have surveillance there. And so it doesn't matter whatever political party you're in, whether or not you think border crossings are good or bad. Clearly there's a border there, so it's something that should be maintained, especially if drugs and people are being taken across that border. And so I think it just improves safety overall wherever you're coming from, whether you're from the U.S. or abroad. The U.S. Citizenship or crossing over into it is valued because of the maintenance of these borders. And so, yeah, I find this to be a very interesting play with what's going on with the administration, the Trump administration, and I forget the border czar's name. Drawing a blank on it, but yeah, I mean, he seems like a pretty aggressive guy as far as keeping track of this stuff. And so I think that this could be a really nice play. Also, it seems more efficient. Also, an AI play, so Doge, AI, all of that. And so let's see, what do the analysts say over here? Just based on two analysts, there's a strong buy and a buy, and their price targets look like this could be going up to like 850 or you can see it above my head, 850 or $11. Or I guess, sorry, the average is 850. High is 11. The lower, which I guess would be the buy analyst, it's around 6. So still, there's some nice upside potential for this. We do look at the news. Let's see, weekly reports, so nothing too exciting there. From TipRanks, analysts offer insight on financial companies and Airship Holdings. That's a paid service, so I'd have to pay or wouldn't have much access if I clicked on that. Seeking Alpha, we do see Airship AI secures follow-on seven-figure contract award with Fortune 100 customer. So that is intriguing. Tip ranks again. Airship AI awarded additional one-year system maintenance contract from Reuters. Airship AI Securities follow-on seven-figure contract award with Fortune 100 transportation and e-commerce company. And yeah, just some more information there. And what I want to look at is maybe from the profile key executives. Um, yeah, what's the information here? I don't usually look at this. Yeah, I don't know much about this here. And also, I think another thing that's important to be considering if they have AI, if they have drones flying around or just surveillance systems, whatever this is, um, their market cap is less than 200 million. So it's a pretty small market cap for a company like this. And let's actually flip over to their website and let's see, AI Airship Holdings. Got that in reverse order. But let's just look at their website. I kind of want to see, is this an intriguing company website? Okay, and so yeah, it doesn't look like a too clunky of a website or anything. It looks kind of appealing. Kind of looks, I don't know, orange. Unless it's Bitcoin orange, is kind of an odd color. And so from January 31st, Airship AI secures follow-on seven-figure contract award with Fortune 100 transportation and e-commerce company. And so let's check out that press release. And so we can see here that Airship AI Holdings, a leader in AI-driven video, sensor, and data management surveillance solutions, today announced it has been awarded one-year system maintenance and sustainment contract for an existing Fortune 100 customer. I'd like to know what that customer is, leveraging the company's Acropolis enterprise video and data management platform supporting operational and physical surveillance requirements. And yep, okay. So, and then also, yeah, I'm curious to know about the people, the company info, overview, executive team. So let's look at them. Victor Huang. Victor is Airship AI's chief executive officer and chairman of the board. Mr. Huang was Airship AI's very first employee, joining in 2004, and has served on the board of directors since 2005. He brings experience as an investor, executive, and is one of Airship AI's largest shareholders. And so that's cool. But I think that founder-driven companies, that's a good sign. And he is not a founder. He joined, and he's more of an investor than a tech guy. And so before joining Airship AI, Mr. Huang was an independent trader. He also spent time working at Smith Barney as a financial consultant. So yeah, he's just more on the finance side. So not super interested in him, in all honesty. Derek Zhu is an Airship AI co-founder, so that's good. He has served as the company's chief operating officer since March of 2022 and is on the board of directors. Mr. Zhu has also spent time as Airship AI's chief technology officer, and he brings experience as an investor, director, COO, and is one of Airship AI's largest shareholders. So that's great, but I'm more interested in the tech. Before co-founding Airship AI in 2003, Mr. Zhu co-founded a web service company providing e-commerce solutions for small businesses. He has also held leadership positions at various tech companies, helping launch web-based products for financial institutions. Mr. Zhu holds a PhD in geophysics from the University of Washington. So that's great. Believe it or not, I hold a PhD, but not in geophysics. But that's also kind of maybe not necessarily related to this, just like my degree is not related to stocks. So maybe that's a little bit, I don't know, it doesn't really stand out to me. Paul Allen, I don't know if you guys are familiar with American Psycho, but Paul Allen is a pretty good name. And so anyways, Mark E. Scott, Chief Financial Officer, it's finance stuff, so not really that interesting. Let's look at Paul Allen. Paul Allen is the president, Airship's president since 2019. In previous roles with Airship AI, Mr. Allen has served as vice president of sales and as director of business development. And before joining Airship AI, Mr. Allen was a partner at a boutique firm in Northern Virginia, which provides technical goods to the U.S. government, moving on after a successful private acquisition. And during that private acquisition, that was actually for murders and acquisitions, or murders and executions. Mergers and acquisitions. Paul Allen. He also spent 14 years with IBM as a business unit executive. So very on the business side, not really on the tech side. I want to see more stuff on the tech side. And really all that we've seen is Derek Zhu. And so Mr. Allen retired from the U.S. Army, so I think that's kind of a relevant aspect of this. First Special Forces Command in 2021 with over 28 years of service, the majority of which he spent in the U.S. Army Special Forces as a Green Beret. To be honest, I think, I don't know, did Paul Allen spell his name incorrect? Paul Allen. Let's see. So Airship AI, American Psycho. This is Paul Allen. Jared Leto. So kind of a sketchy guy. They're kind of a weird guy, but we're also kind of confused. Are they the same guy? Not really sure. Paul Allen could be a lot of people. So be careful with that name. He's a Joker. He's a Batman. We don't know. He's all over the place. Okay, so coming back to, actually, maybe I want to, before going on that tangent, I want to find somebody on the Chief Technology Officer, Yanda Ma. So let's look at Yanda Ma. He's Airship AI's Chief Technology Officer since 2022. Kind of a new placement, so would have been nice to see somebody there a little bit longer. And so Mr. Ma previously served as Airship AI's Vice President of Engineering. He has developed multiple evolutions of company products, including introducing Airship Enterprise Management and delivering innovative edge solutions such as Nexus Outpost. With more than 20 years of technology leadership in the streaming, video, and security industries, he has been awarded multiple patents for key technologies, so that's nice. Mr. Ma holds a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and computer science from the University of California, Berkeley. And so this, to me, who cares about somebody having a PhD or master's degree, whatever their degrees are, as long as they got the skills. And it looks like this person has taken a bachelor's degree of electrical engineering and computer science and applied it. So I think that is nice to see. And so let's just look at, maybe want to see overview of the company. I kind of want to see what some of their products look like. But really, maybe we don't see any of that up here. So anyways, let's switch back to the charts because I wanted to draw really just a simple trend line. I was kind of curious, there could be something like this and that we need to see a breakout. And so that is something I would like to see. So we did see the breakout, but maybe now we see a retest. So I'm wondering if this could be fading down to here before going higher, because I don't have a position and I would like to potentially be getting into one, maybe looking at options. But like I said, the options data just isn't really there yet. And so what we might want to do is, since we do see, this big, bowl coming down here, maybe this is, cup and handle right there. But what we can do is maybe draw a Fibonacci retracement from the low at 190 up to the high at 766. Just going to make sure that is lined up right there. And yeah, got that 50% retracement in the 618. So I'm intrigued by those levels. Going to make this light blue and lock it into place. And so I think that this could be coming down to sub 5. I think this could be coming down to around 478, maybe finding some support there. We do have, it looks like, getting into some tops over here that could correspond with that acting as support. But, this also could be coming down to 410. So I think that there is potential for this to be pulling back, and it does look like, excuse me for the neck crack there, it is down about 4% in the pre-market after being down over 5% yesterday. And yeah, and then another thing we can do, a little bit more of a micro Fibonacci retracement, just going from the low that was hit on the 3rd, which was at a price of, let's see, $3.93, going up to the high that was hit on, let's see, the 10th on Monday, which was at a price of $6.12. So just going to get that lined up. And yeah, the 618 there does match pretty well with this more longer term 50% retracement. So there's kind of a confluence of levels there. So I like that, but maybe it doesn't come down to that level. Maybe it just is a 50% retracement, and that would be around $5. So that is something I would be looking for. I'm just going to make sure 393 was the low and 612 up there. I'm going to add the 786 just to kind of add, the intermediate level there between 478 and 410. Got a level there at 440 or maybe right around 450. And so I think there could be some nice dip buying opportunities associated with this, especially with this breakout, then looking for a retest. And so, yeah, and also, another thing that we can draw with this is an uptrend from over here. That does also look fairly compelling, I must say. Maybe make that thick, lock that into place. But maybe I want to make this, what color do I want to make that? It's not light green. Maybe I want to make it just yellow right there. Yeah, so I think that there's a lot of potential for this to be pulling back. And when it does pull back, or maybe this is it, 520 in the pre-market, we could actually switch over to the 10-minute time frame to look at that kind of a, dump in the pre-market, probably associated with the CPI data. So we'll have to look over at that in a second. But yeah, I think that there's going to be a good opportunity to buy this, and I'm going to be patient. I could place an alert at $5. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait for 478, create an alert at 4.78 corresponding with that 50% retracement from this longer time frame. You can see that level there, and I want that alert to be when we hit below it. So I'll be alerted when we do go below it, and then I will look to some options data. So this is a contract that I'm intrigued by, AISP $12 strike that expires in January. Didn't have much volume, any volume really yesterday, and so far today the market's not open. But $12. Why do I think $12? Because we saw high up here around 1432, on nearly 15. In the highest strike for January, if we do look at calls, is going to be $12. So that's why I have that one, because 15 wasn't an option for these options tables. And so yeah, I'm just going to expand the data from over here. What we can see is that the net call premium in green was up on the day, did dip below the red line here, which is just net put premium, but was not negative at all yesterday, except maybe just a little bit over here. Yeah, net call premium down by 105 there. But overall, it stayed positive and ended the day positive, going up by about $5,000, whereas net put premium went up by only $2,000. You can see that red line actually being negative for a portion of the day, but then going up. And overall, we did see, it looks like, a decrease in the volume of contracts by about 168 contracts being sold, but net put and call premium did go up. But since net call premium was more than double net put premium, we can see if we look over at the bear bull slider that it was more in the favor of the bulls, but only by about 44%, with this neutral being here. If that was all bearish in the neutral zone, then that would be a majority on the bearish side, not the bullish side. But we do see that more calls were being bought than puts, or more premium going into calls than puts, I should say. since we did have a negative volume on the day. This, I would say the neutral is more going to be in the favor of the bulls, so this is looking more bullish. But if we look at the kind of historical data, I'm going to go back 2 weeks and then look over the past month. We can see that, yeah, net call premium has been up. So on, let's see, Friday, the 7th of last week, we do see that net call premium went up by 81,000. So, not that much money. Nothing too unusual because 81,000 below 100,000. It's not a lot of money. And versus net put premium came down by about 12.65 thousand on that day. So that was overall like a bullish day. And then here again on Monday, we see net call premium go up by 60, almost 4,000, whereas net put premium came down by about 63,000. And so that is also bullish, suggesting that bears are selling, bulls are buying. But over here, we did see some bulls selling. Net call premium came down by about 60,000. But on that day, net put premium came down by only $205, not $1,000, just $205. And so that was a lot of selling of calls and puts. So that was actually kind of a bearish day. And so I don't think that there's just enough data here to really say that, bulls are super on board because it's less than 100,000. And so nothing too crazy just yet. If we do look over the past 30 days, what we want to see is kind of trends changing. And so like over here, just barely on the chart here, we do have net call premium increasing from December 30th by over $900,000, nearly $1 million. And so that is something that we kind of want to see. We want to be seeing net call premiums increasing by hundreds of thousands. And we saw that 30 trading days ago. We want to see that more recently. And relative to that spike, it's been kind of muted, but more recently we do have spikes in call volume by 245,000 over here, over 100,000. So that's good. That's probably what we're going to be having to compare to when we start to see some spikes in the future. But we also will have, after this shifts over, we will still have data from, it looks like January 5th, or sorry, this was January 3rd. Net call premium went up by over 400,000. So that's what we want to start seeing. Even though, when this net call premium was going up, we saw the stock price in yellow going down. And so just because we see net call premium going up, because it's not millions and millions of dollars, it's not necessarily whales. Following that, we can see stock price came down. And so we want to see kind of stock price starting to break out. And we're really just kind of getting retests. And we need to see a retest, I should say. And so once I start to see whether stock price coming down to around 478, starting to see maybe more some bullish data from unusual whales, then let's see this start to go.